Moving on. James Harden recently said he wants to be remembered. On Basket News, I think we've got a clip here from Jimbo.
How do you hope the players and these fans outside, how do you want them to remember you after you finish? What do you want them think about James Harden's name?
That I was a winner, that I was a teacher, you know what I mean, that I had a different love for the game, you know what I mean, like put the money aside, I really enjoy and love the game of basketball and playing it. So whether it's, you know, being with the kids, you know, here or, you know, when I travel, you know, other places in Europe, when I go to China, I just want, you know, people to understand and understand how much I really love and enjoy the game of basketball.
Thoughts?
I'm going to remember him for giving another grown man a bag full of honey buns and money.
That's not a good birthday. Any good birthday gift no more?
That's what I'm remembering.
A grown man,
for.
you give him some money?
It was like 50 grand.
Hell no.
More than that.
You wouldn't take it?
I wouldn't give no
and
man
a bag full of honey buns. Was you trying to say I'm sweet, nigga?
You say you like honey buns. Why you gotta be all that?
Here. Nah, honey buns.
You wouldn't take the 50 grand either?
Dog.
You ain't deny that. You wouldn't take the 50 grand either.
If a man gave me a bag full of money with honey buns inside there, I'm going to have to give that bag full of money and honey buns
So
back
you
to
can't
that
do it.
Nigga, I ain't fucking sweet.
All right.
I mean, when he said as a winner, obviously he hasn't won a chip yet. So it's tough to kind of just, and don't go, he played a lot of games, he won a lot of games, but I wouldn't just say, hey, James Harden, he's a winner. Now, I would say he's a scorer. He's probably one of the most dynamic players that we've ever seen in our league. You know what I'm saying? But it's a flip side to him that you'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that, and you know, we always talk about it, you know, people always talk about how that nightlife can catch up with you. You almost can see it on him, on his frame, that he's playing hoop and he's cold, he's better than everybody else, but that nightlife is caught up with him sometimes because, you know, you get caught up, and it's tough to balance it sometimes because when you're a superstar like him and you kind of have different likes and different interests, you know what I mean?
Enjoy yourself.
Yes, you know, and I'm not mad at him at all, not by any
right.
means, because he's one of the top 75 players that ever played this game.
For sure.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Maybe top 50. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best ever, but I think his legacy could be a lot different if he get a chip. You know, because a chip kind of solidifies a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he has to have on his resume for people to be like, okay, he's a winner. He's won some big games. He's done some big things. So hopefully, I know he's on the downward spiral of his career because I think he's on year 13, 14, somewhere
Something
crazy like that.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, you're on the downward. So I hope he can just get in a situation where, and I like the Clippers situation for him a little bit, but he just needed to be in a situation where he don't got to be the feature anymore. He can just come, just be a guy, make shots, do the right thing, and get a chip.
Facilitate.
Because he's put in so much work in this league. This man probably got 25,000 points. I mean,
At least.
you got to think he was getting 30 and 30 for years.
That's without even thinking about it. Yeah.
His Houston days were outrageous. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his Houston numbers and stuff he was doing, he actually changed the game. The stuff that he was doing, like when I see people like our kids, I was training our kids this morning, and everybody go to the hole and they do this little move where they go up under. They have their arms and they go up under. And I was like, and he said, that's the Harden.
No, that's Catino Mobley.
I said, well, yeah, I know Cat
Mobley.
but Harden made it famous.
Yeah, he made that famous, and I think
step
the
back,
biggest
step back.
thing they're gonna remember him for, as far as like, you know, a lot of the kids in this game today, is the little side
Double step.
Yeah, the
some
travel
space.
walk. Yeah,
Yeah, so he changed the game.
He hit 25,000 points this year.
Okay.
He's at 25,885 now. That's it? 25,000
Man, I
points?
could have swore he had more than that though.
It's a tough crowd, man.
No, I'm saying it from the fact of, yeah, the motherfucker could put that motherfucking ball in that hole, and then just think about it, as you just said, like night after night, you seeing Sports Center 35, 40,
Kill him.
45. Oh, he had 61 tonight.
Something
So you
stupid.
were just thinking in your head, as long as he been in the league, and like, you know, it's like, oh shit, he got more than 25,000 points. But I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of motherfucking points.
What?
But for a scorer like he is, you would think that, I would think that he would have more.
I
But
thought he was at 30.
yeah, I
or
thought he was
closer
like
to
about
30.
30, 32,
Well, man, he came off the bench those first couple years, was pushed it down a little bit.
but was still getting buckets though.
And but
it
once he started,
wasn't like
he was just...
it wasn't like it was when he was starting, But
Right.
when he was coming off the bench, yeah, he was getting that 18,
went-
20
oh,
a
yeah.
game. You know what I'm saying?
10 his first year, 12 his second year, then 17, 26,
Look, and
25,
kept going up.
27.
Look.
Yeah, then that was just, bucket.
James Harden and Russell Westbrook probably a couple of my favorite players, and I really like watching them play. Man, they, no matter the slack and what people say, man, them dudes can play.
Why
It's an
Harden?
offense, just add water.
And Harden, he just, like I said, he changed the game. He was like I showed you the moves that he was doing, the step backs and all the stuff that he was creating off the dribble. A lot of people are mimicking that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The stuff that he was doing naturally, people are training for that. They all right, let's do this hard move. They train like they were really in workouts talking about let's try this hard move, let's try this like all this stuff. So he changed the game, and the way he was getting buckets on boys, I mean that's. Man, you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I liked him. I like Russell, Russ Westbrook. Like, them guys, man, them dudes changed the game. They did some historical stuff, man, and you got to respect it.
Mm-hmm. With all this, why was he a bad fit for the Sixers? Because we're saying, like, how talented he is as a scorer,
It's tough to
as
play
a
in Philly,
distributor.
man.
Because he wasn't the number one player in Philly. We all know Embiid is the number one player. And I think, as I mentioned before, when you've been starting on other teams and you demand for other teams and then you go to a team and now you're not the man,
Yeah.
it's a change. Everybody don't know how to deal with that change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a change to go from number one scorer, now I might go to number 2 or even 3. No lower than 3, but some people can't take it. Shit, it's like the same, you go to another team. I might be an all-star and this and that. I did this or that on my team, but shit, they got their solid 5, so I might have to come off the bench, 6 man. You know what I'm saying? Some cats can't handle that mentally because they're so used to starting their whole career, high school, college, early years in the league, but
It almost go back to our Portland days. Remember when they used to trade away 2 of us and bring in 3 guys that were like the feature on their team, and then they come to us. Like, we traded like dudes, and they'd come to us, and now they got to adjust to the role. And it was so tough for some of them guys.
Secondary role.
Yeah, because they so used to being the man, the franchise player, the first option.
yeah.
Now you, like she said, the 3rd or 4th. I mean, it's a tough adjustment for guys, and that's kind of what we went through in Portland sometimes, because it's like you're doing this sometimes with guys because they don't know how to adjust, and usually they're smooth it out by the time the season get to go in middle of the season. We'd kind of be like this, but at first it was like, because they so used to getting touches, they so used to massaging that ball, getting 15 to 20 shots a game. Now your shots are from 15 to 20. Now they from 6 to 10.
Right.
That's a tough adjustment for a guy who has a ego. You know what I'm saying? That's so used to doing this. Now you got to do that. So that's tough for anybody to adjust. So I think that's probably what Harden went through a little bit, because he's so used to. You got to think when Harden was in Houston, it
was all him.
It was 16 seconds of that shot clock. That was him.
Yeah, he was making every decision.
16 seconds of that shot clock was him with the ball. And I remember there was a time they were counting his dribbles in the game. It was crazy. But you had to, because he was, and I used to say to myself, like, man, that boy got to be in great flipping shape to be able to do night in and night out every single night.
Driving, get fouled.
Man, you got to be in great shape. I used to say that to myself.
He's strong as hell.
All that dribbling and making plays. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, man, that boy got to be in great shape. When they used to talk about he wasn't in shape, I'm like, man, bull crap. That boy in
Right,
shape,
not getting
man.
30 and
Man,
10.
Please. All the stuff he doing, he done dribble 1,100 times a night. Like, come on, man. Like, it was crazy.
So do we think he can like change his style of play to get that chip? Because that's really he's got the Olympic success, MVP, All-Star, All-NBA, scoring title, but it is year. Let me see, what year is it for James?
Got to accept that role.
14 years in for him. Do we think he can though?
Got to accept that role, and he has to go to a team that has a real solid chance of winning it.
Well, I think he has, though, if you're keeping it real. Like in LA, he's done it.
He's
taking
number 3 now.
He's taking a back seat to Kawhi and Paul George. If you watch the game.
Yeah, he ain't had no choice.
I would say it's time to get paid though. So was he doing that to get paid? Was he doing that?
Well, I think for him, I think he showed them that he can adjust to a situation. Because a lot of people didn't think he can adjust after we just talking about the Philly situation. Like, oh, here come James coming here, still want to be the number one. You know what I'm saying? Now his way or the highway. But I respect him so much for going in there, humbling himself, and maybe taking a page out of Russell's book. You know what I'm saying? Because Russell did a great job of just humbling himself and taking whatever role they gave him.
That was needed.
You know what I'm saying? Russell was all world, and now you want to bring him off the bench. He didn't bat an eye. He came.
But
in,
he did it. I feel like with the Lakers,
A little bit,
yeah,
but,
a little
bit.
But I think he accepted it, and then with the Clippers, feels like
he's totally accepted.
Yeah, he's been good.
You know what I'm
that.
saying? I think they might go to the head coach because Ty Lue is a different type of beast. Might have explained it to him differently. Might have showed a different type of respect to him, and then he's like, okay, bro, I got you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can accept a lesser role as a man, as a person of being way up here, I got nothing but respect for you.